Dear students, welcome to MVS Online Academy. In the academy, we started CUET UG classes. Today, we will discuss NCERT 12th class Political Science, Politics in India since Independence. Chapter 1, Challenges of Nation Building. First topic, Challenges for the New Nation. At the hour of midnight on 14th-15th August 1947, India attained independence. Jawaharlal Nehru, the first Prime Minister of Free India, addressed a special session of the Constituent Assembly that night. This was the famous Trust with the Destiny speech. After independence, there were two goals in front of the government of India. This is previous question. How the Nehru speech is famous as a trust with the destiny. What are the two goals? First one, establish a democratic government. Second one is welfare and development of the poor and socially disadvantaged groups. Year 1947, we got independence through partition. India and Pakistan, two countries were formed. Because of this partition, the year was of unprecedented violence and trauma of displacement. Huge violence is there and trauma of displacement. People displaced from India to Pakistan and Pakistan to India. It is a big task for the government of India. Three challenges. The first and immediate challenge was to shape a nation that was united, yet accommodative of the diversity in our society. At that time, it was widely believed that a country full of such kinds of diversity could not remain together for long. How was integration of the territory of India to be achieved? The first challenge is diversity of this country. How to unite this country? There is linguistic diversity, ethnic diversity, cultural diversity. So it is very difficult to unite all the people and form a single and strong nation. Some people believed that India could not continue as a single nation for a long time because of diversity. But over a period of time, we proved that we are working together, we are living together like a single nation. That is strength of our country, known as unity in diversity, diversity in unity. Second challenge, establish a democracy. Constitution granted fundamental rights and extended the right to vote to every citizen. India adopted representative democracy based on parliamentary form of government. A democratic constitution is necessary but not sufficient for establishing a democracy. Second one is constitution. After independence, we framed our own constitution. Constitution granted fundamental rights to all citizens. People did not know what are the fundamental rights, but they are granted with the fundamental rights. So it is challenge to the government to make the people to understand what are the fundamental rights. Second, Constitution granted right to vote to all its citizens. Literates, illiterates, poor, rich, all people granted right to vote. Nearly 85% of the people by that time could not read and write. 85% of the Indian population are illiterates. So how can they vote in the elections? Even they could not read the ballot paper. They could not read the name of the candidates who are contesting election. But we selected representative form of democracy. Again, it is a challenge to the government to make the people understand what are elections, what is the democratic system and what is government. But people proved it. Free and fair elections has been continued in India since 1952. Third one, the third challenge was to ensure the development and well-being of the entire society and not only of some sections. Here, again the Constitution clearly laid down the principle of equality and special protection to socially disadvantaged groups and religious and cultural communities through directive principles of state policy. The real challenge now was to evolve effective policies for economic development and eradication of poverty. Third challenge is how to eradicate poverty, how to develop this country, how to change this mass into a rich people, how to make India it is a disadvantage, how to make this disadvantage as an advantage. Directive principles also granted by the Constitution. Government was not in the position to implement directive principles of state policy because of India is a colonially exploited country. All resources exploited the British people and India left as a poor country. So it is very difficult and challenge to the new government to conduct welfare programs and development schemes. Next topic is two-nation theory. According to the two-nation theory advanced by the Muslim League, India consisted of not one but two people, Hindus and Muslims. The Indian National Congress opposed this theory and the demand for Pakistan. But several political developments in 1940s, the political competition between Congress and Muslim League, Muhammad Ali Jinnah in his presidential address to the Constituent Assembly of Pakistan at Karachi, 11 August 1947. Muhammad Ali Jinnah put forward two-nation theory, that is, one for Muslims, that is Pakistan, and a remaining country for Hindus, that is India. In August 1947, Muhammad Ali Jinnah addressed first time in the Constitutional Assembly of Pakistan, highlighting demand for separate country for Muslims, that is Pakistan. But Indian National Congress opposed this. The two-nation theory was primarily proposed by Sir Syed Ahmad Khan. It was later adopted and popularized by other figures like Muhammad Ali Jinnah and the All India Muslim League. First two-nation theory adopted by Sir Syed Ahmad Khan. He is a very famous leader and reformist in Islamic world. Later, it was developed and popularized by Muhammad Ali Jinnah under the leadership of All India Muslim League. Creation of Pakistan. It was decided to follow the principle of religious majorities. It means that areas where the Muslims were in majority could make up the territory of Pakistan. The rest was to stay with India. That means majority areas are areas where the majority people are Muslims. They go to Pakistan and the rest of the territory remain with India. But there was no single belt of Muslim majority area in British India. What is the problem? There is no single belt where the Muslims are predominant population. Hindus or Muslims both are living together, so that it is difficult to separate the people along with the territory. There were two areas of concentration, one in the west and one in the east. The most important territories or areas are two. One is western part of India, other is the eastern part of British India. Western part of India, British India, that is present Pakistan. Eastern part of British India is present Bangladesh. Between huge land or big land India is there. So that Pakistan created with two territories. One is Western Pakistan, which is the mainland of Pakistan, and the second one is the Eastern Pakistan. Now it is Bangladesh. Bangladesh will continue as West Pakistan or Western Pakistan till 1971. In 1971, Bangladesh Liberation Movement established a separate independent country, that is Bangladesh. It was decided that the new country, Pakistan, will comprise two territories, West and East. Pakistan separated by a long expanse of Indian territory. You can see here, he is the person first who coined the term Pakistan. The term Pakistan was coined by Chaudhary Rahmat Ali in 1933. The acronym represents Punjab, Afghanistan means Northwest Frontier Province, Kashmir, Sindhu and Balochistan. This combination is called as Pakistan. Punjab and Bengal. Not all Muslim majority areas wanted to be in Pakistan. Khan Abdul Ghaffar Khan from Northwest Frontier Province and known as Frontier Gandhi was opposed to the two-nation theory. Eventually, his voice was simply ignored and the Northwest Frontier Province was made to merge with Pakistan. See, all Muslim leaders and all Muslim people in British India are not interested to form Pakistan. Some leaders and people like Khan Abdul Ghaffar Khan, he is from Northwest Frontier Province. He was not interested in two-nation theory and he opposed the two-nation theory. But unfortunately, his voice was ignored because majority people of Northwest Frontier Province along with some parts of India, particularly in western part and eastern part of India, wanted to join Pakistan. Two of the Muslim majority provinces of British India, Punjab and Bengal, had very large areas where the non-Muslims were in majority. These two provinces would be bifurcated according to the religious majority at the district level or even lower level. The two areas, what are the two areas? Punjab and Bengal. In two areas, Hindus and Muslims both are the majority communities. So that the two territories divided district level, even at the lower level, majority Muslim areas goes to Pakistan and other rest with India. This decision could not be made by the midnight of 14th or 15th August. It means that a large number of people did not know on the day of independence whether they were in India or in Pakistan. It is very pathetic situation. By the time of independence, some of the people who are living in the borders or living in Punjab and Bengal areas, they did not know whether they belong to Pakistan or they belong to India. Means by the time of independence, it was not clearly decided, it was not clearly demarcated which goes to Pakistan, which remain with India. You can see over here, he is the Khan Abdul Ghaffar Khan. He is known as the Frontier Gandhi. This is, look at here, this is the Punjab province and this is Bengal province. The first non-Indian to receive the Bharat Ratna was Khan Abdul Ghaffar Khan in 1987. He was a Pashtun independence activist and a close associate of Mahatma Gandhi. He is a Gandhian, freedom fighter and a great patriot. He was awarded Bharat Ratna, which is the highest civilian award in 1987. He is the first foreigner received Bharat Ratna. Next one, what are the problems of minorities? Due to the partition, majority people went to Pakistan, means majority Muslims went to Pakistan and Hindus remain in India. But some sections of the people, they are the minorities. They faced so many problems. We will see what are the problems. Lakhs of Hindus and Sikhs in the areas that were now in Pakistan and an equally large number of Muslims on Indian side of Punjab and Bengal found themselves trapped. As soon as it became clear that the country was going to be partitioned, the minorities on both sides became easy targets of attack. When India going to be divided into two countries, keep in mind, remember that example in Punjab area, Hindus are majority and Muslims are minority. Punjab divided so that Muslims became minorities there. And in Bengal, Muslims are majority, Hindus are minorities. So like this in different parts of India, in some area Hindus became minorities and in other areas Muslims became minorities. But the two minority groups on both sides became easy targets of attack, so that majority people attacked the minority people. It is resulted in the communal riots between majorly Hindus and Muslims. Initially, the people and the political leaders kept hoping that this violence was temporary and would be controlled soon. But very soon, the violence went out of control. But leaders thought that this is a temporary violence, it is a temporary emotion. Soon, the condition will be normal. But it could not happen. Day by day, month by month, or week by week, the violence went on going. It became uncontrollable incident in partition of India. The minorities on both sides of the borders were left with no option except to leave their homes, often at a few hours' notice. They secured temporary shelter in refugee camps, partition described as a division of hearts. Some people lost their homes, lost their properties, and they took shelter in refugee camps. So that it is not only the partition of territory, it is also division of hearts. Consequences of partition. Now let us see what are the consequences of partition of India. The year 1947 was the year of one of the largest, most abrupt, unplanned and tragic transfer of population that human history has known. Because of population, because of partition, huge number of people transferred from India to Pakistan and Pakistan to India. While crossing borders, they faced atrocities. Many people are killed, rapes and brutal murders took place. There were killings and atrocities on both sides of the border. In the name of the religion, people of one community ruthlessly killed and maimed people of other community. Cities like Lahore, Amritsar, Kolkata became divided into communal zones. Particularly three cities in India, that is India means British India, Lahore, Amritsar and Kolkata. In the three cities, huge number of communal riots. Hindus attacked Muslims, Muslims attacked Hindus. The three areas divided into communal zones. Thousands of women are abducted on both sides of the border. They were made to convert to the religion of the abductor and were forced into marriage. Religious conversions are there, forcible marriages are there. Because of this, many cases women were killed by their own family members to preserve the family honor. Because of this massive killing and atrocities on women and children, family members killed their own ladies because of family honor. Many children were separated from their parents. Children also separated from the parents. Parent living in Pakistan, but children living sometimes in India. Sometimes parents living in Delhi, sometimes children are in Lahore. So it is a very, very pathetic situation that happened after partition. Now we can see here, this is the riots in Bengal, means Calcutta, Amritsar and Lahore. It is estimated that the partition forced about 80 lakh people to migrate across the new border. Between 5 to 10 lakh people were killed in partition related violence. Nearly 5 to 10 lakh people were killed. 80 lakh people, nearly 1 crore people changed their borders, means crossed their borders. Did partition make India a Hindu state? Means after partition of India, Pakistan was created for Muslims. Does it mean Hindu state, means India remain as a Hindu state? No, India is not a Hindu state even after partition. Still it is a secular country. Muslims and Hindus both are living together like brothers and sisters, like the children of Bharata Mata. Let us see. Even after large scale migration of Muslims to the newly created Pakistan, the Muslim population in India accounted for 12% of the total population in 1951. So, how would the government of India treat its Muslim citizens and other religious minorities? According to 1951 census, nearly 12% of the Indian population is Muslims. So, even though many people migrated to Pakistan, but still predominant Muslim people living in India. But they are treated as minorities because majority people are the Hindus. But now it is the responsibility of the government how these minority Muslims or other religious minorities are treated, whether they are treated equally or whether they are treated unequally. But government of India, since partition, has been treating all the minorities, religious minorities including Muslims, Christian, Parsi, Buddha, Sikh, Jain, all are treated equally like the sons of the Bharata Mata. There were competing political interests behind these conflicts. The reason behind this conflict to Muslims and Hindus, there are political interests also there. What are the political interests? Muslim League encouraged the Muslims and Hindu organizations encouraged Hindus. The result is the communal tensions between Hindus and Muslims. The Muslim League was in the forefront of the demand for a separate Muslim nation. Similarly, there were organizations which were trying to organize the Hindus in order to turn India into a Hindu nation. But most leaders believed that India must treat persons of all religions equally and that India should not be a country that gave superior status to adherents of one faith and inferior to those who practiced other religion. All citizens would be equally irrespective of their religion affiliations. So all people, Hindus and Muslims, treated equally and living in a very friendly manner, so that what expected by Muslim sections or Muslim organizations and Hindu organizations who provoked the people for communal rights, their dream was not fulfilled. We are living amicably. Being religious or a believer would not be a test for citizenship. In India, citizenship is granted to all the citizens, not regarding to the religion, not regarding to the territory, irrespective of the religious diversity, linguistic diversity, all people granted citizenship. Muslims, those who are minorities in India, Christians, those who are minorities in India, they are not rejected for the citizenship. They are also provided with equal right of the citizenship. They cherished, therefore, the idea of a secular nation. So, India remained as a secular nation. Secular nation means all religions are treated equally. State has no particular religion. Like Pakistan, it has Islamic state, but India not a Hindu state. Despite of having majoritarian Hindu population, but India is not a Hindu state, it is a secular state. This idea was enshrined in the Constitution. Constitution is the driving force that united India and enshrined India as a secular state. Now we will see about Mahatma Gandhi. What is the contribution of Mahatma Gandhi, or how Mahatma Gandhi tried hard to unite Hindus and Muslims and to suppress the communal rights in India. On 15th August 1947, Mahatma Gandhi did not participate in any of the Independence Day celebrations. Mahatma Gandhi did not participate in Independence Day celebrations. In Delhi, we are all celebrating. In Delhi and other parts of India, we are celebrating Independence Day because after nearly 200 years, we are free from the Western colonial power. But Gandhi did not participate in the celebrations of Republic Day. He was in Kolkata to stop communal rights between Hindus and Muslims. On 30th January 1948, one such extremist, Nathuram Vinayak Godse, walked up to Gandhiji's during his evening prayer in Delhi and fired 3 bullets at him, killed him instantly. On 30th January 1948, evening time, Nathuram Godse killed Mahatma Gandhi. Nathuram Godse, he is a Hindu extremist. Why Nathuram Godse killed Mahatma Gandhi? Because Mahatma Gandhi tried to unite the people. We are all Bharata Mata children. No Hindu, no Muslim, no Christian, no Buddha, no Jain, no Parsi. We are all the sons of Mother India, so that we live together. This is propagated ideology of Mahatma Gandhi. But some Hindu extremist ideologists did not like this. Like Nathuram Godse killed Mahatma Gandhi. Organizations like the Rashtriya Swayam Sevak Sangh were banned for some time. After Mahatma Gandhi's assassination, some Hindu religious extremist organizations are banned in India temporarily. Next one, role of writers and poets in the separation of India or partition of India even in the freedom struggle. Writers, poets and filmmakers in India and Pakistan have expressed the ruthlessness of the killings and the suffering of displacement and violence in their novels, short stories, poems and films. Some writers, filmmakers, poets highlighted the massive killings, atrocities in their publications or in even movies and poems. Such two persons I mentioned here, Amrita Pritam, a Punjabi poet and fiction writer, recipient of Sahitya Akademi Award, Padma Shri and Gnanapith Award. After partition, she made Delhi her second home. She was active in writing and editing Nagamani, a Punjabi monthly magazine. Very important question. Second person, Faiz Ahmad Faiz, born in Sialkot now in Pakistan, stayed in Pakistan after partition. A leftist in his political learnings, he opposed the Pakistani regime and was imprisoned. Collections of his poetry include Naksha-e Faryadi, Dast-e Saba and Nijandan Nama. He is regarded as one of the greatest poets of South Asia in the 20th century. The two figures are very important. Dear students, so far we have discussed how India divided into India and Pakistan and what are the consequences of partition of India. Now we will discuss the second segment of the lesson, integration of princely states. British India was divided into two parts of, that is British Indian provinces and the princely states. The British Indian provinces were directly under the control of British government. On the other hand, several states ruled by the local princes called the princely states enjoyed some form of control over their internal affairs as long as they accepted British supremacy. This is called as paramountcy or suzerainty of British Crown. See, under British rule in India, there are two types of territories. Some territory directly under control of the British government, means directly ruled by the Britishers, and other territories, small territories ruled by the local princes. They are called princely states or the princely rulers. Under the supremacy of the British Queen or the British Crown, it is known as paramountcy. Very important and previous question, that is known as the paramountcy. Princely states covered 1/3 of the land area of the British India, and 1 out of 4 Indians lived under princely states. See, what is the territorial extension of the princely states? 1/3 of the total British India covered with the princely states, and out of 4 individuals, 1 member living in princely states. You can see here this dotted codes, this type of color, this darked color are the princely states and white color are the British provinces in India. Next one, integration of princely states, second part. Just before independence, it was announced by the British that with the end of their rule over India, paramountcy of the British crown over princely states would also lapse. This meant that all these states, as many as 565 in all, would become legally independent. While declaring independence, the British granted independence to the British Indian Territory, but one option given to the princely states. Of course, princely states also granted independence, but the option given to the princely states, that is, they want to join Dominion of Pakistan, they can join. They want to join Indian Dominion, they can join Dominion of India, or they want to remain independent, they will remain independent as an independent states. It is very dangerous to the unity and the integrity of the country. If they remain as an independent princely states or independent states, there are nearly 565 small countries within the large country of India. It is very dangerous and unacceptable. The British government took the view that all these states were free to join either Indian Dominion or the Pakistan Dominion or remain independent if they so wished. This decision was left not to the people but to the princely rulers of these states. This is another problem. The option given to the princely states or the princely rulers to join either of the dominion without taking account of the people opinion of the princely states. If people wanted to join India but they don't bother, only princely rulers' decision is final. The problem started very soon. Once this decision was announced, the problem started. The first of all, the rulers of Travancore announced that the state had decided on independence. The Nizam of Hyderabad made a similar announcement the next day. Rulers like the Nawab of Bhopal were averse to join the Constitutional Assembly. Immediately problem started where? Travancore now in Kerala. They wanted to remain independent. They are followed by Nizam Nawab. Finally, Nawab of Bhopal, he did not join. He was not interested to join Indian Constitutional Assembly. This was a strange situation since the Indian independence was aimed at unity, self-determination as well as democracy. In most of these princely states, governments were run in a non-democratic manner and the rulers were unwilling to give democratic rights to their populations. See, most of the princely states are not democratic states. Our idea is after independence, we want to establish a democratic government. But most of the princely states are not interested in democratic system and they are non-democratic states. Obviously, people of the princely states wanted liberty, equality and freedom and equal rights. So, they wanted to join Indian Union. But princely rulers wanted to remain independent. Now, we will see what is the government approach towards the princely states. The government's approach was guided by three considerations. First, the people of most of the princely states clearly wanted to become part of Indian Union. People wanted to join Indian Union. Why? In princely states, there are no rights, there is no right to vote, there is no freedom. It is non-democratic government. Obviously, people wanted to join democratic government of India. Second one, the government was prepared to be flexible in giving autonomy to some regions. Second one is that some regions are there, means some princely states, whether they are the border states, less developed states, they are given a kind of special provisions or special status. It is known as autonomy to the regions. Third one, in the backdrop of partition, which brought into focus the contest over demarcation of territory, the integration and consolidation of the territorial boundaries of the nation had assumed supreme importance. Ultimately, what is importance? territorial integration of the country is important. To make India as a single country and a strong country, that is very important aspect. They are the three approaches behind the government or in front of the government. What is the first one? To take the consideration of the will of the people living in the princely states. Second one, some princely states, because of variety reasons, they are granted autonomous status. And the third one, finally, at any cost, to integrate all the princely states in the mainland of Union of India. Sardar Patel was India's deputy prime minister and the home minister during the crucial period immediately following independence. Immediately after independence, strong leader Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, he was the deputy prime minister and home minister of India. He took the responsibility. He led the team to integrate all the princely states. He played a historic role in negotiating with the rulers of princely states firmly but diplomatically and bringing most of them into the Indian Union. It is a big achievement. Most of the princely rulers joined India. Sardar Patel negotiated with them. They agreed to join India. That is very good sign. But it was a very complicated because there were 26 small states in today's Orissa. It is not an easy task to unite all these princely states and to negotiate with all these princely rulers. Example, present Orissa state, it had 26 small princely states. Next one, Saurashtra region of Gujarat had 14 big states. In Saurashtra, Gujarat, 14 big states were there, 14 big princely states were there, 119 small princely states are there. It is very difficult to compromise them and to make them accept the proposal of the government of India and finally agree them or make them to agree to join with the mainland of India. Before 15th August 1947, peaceful negotiations had brought almost all states whose territories were contiguous to the new boundaries of India into the Indian Union. The rulers of most of the states signed a document called Instrument of Accession, which means that their state agreed to become a part of the Union of India. So almost before independence, almost majority of the princely state signed on an agreement or the document called Instrument of Instruction or Instrument of Accession. It means they are ready to join Indian Union. Accession of the princely states of Junagadh, Hyderabad, Kashmir and Manipur proved more difficult than the rest. Majorly the four, Junagadh, Hyderabad, Kashmir and Manipur, Government of India faced difficulty to join them into the mainland of India. The issue of Junagadh was resolved after a plebiscite confirmed people's desire to join India. Junagadh joined India with a plebiscite. Plebiscite means public opinion, very important. How Junagadh joined India? Through the plebiscite. Here I mentioned integration of three states or three princely states. Hyderabad integrated through the police action. Junagadh through the referendum and plebiscite both are same. Kashmir joined Indian Union with an agreement known as Instrument of Accession. The three are very important. The three are very important. Here you can see the picture of the rulers of the princely states. Now we will see integration of Hyderabad. How Hyderabad Nizam princely state joined Indian Union. You see here, this is Nizam Hyderabad state, also including some parts of Andhra Pradesh, some parts of Maharashtra and some parts of Karnataka. Again here another picture. This is a small kind of war between Indian military and the Nizam army. Now we will see how Hyderabad princely state integrated with the mainland of India. Hyderabad, the largest of the princely state, some parts of it are today's parts of Maharashtra, Karnataka and Andhra Pradesh. Its ruler carried the title Nizam, important and previous question. And he was one of the richest man in the world. The Nizam wanted an independent status for Hyderabad. Hyderabad Nizam Nawab, he is the richest man or one of the richest men in the world. He wanted to remain Hyderabad as an independent state. He entered into what was called standstill agreement. Another important question. Standstill agreement means we do not join Pakistan, we do not join India, but temporarily we remain as neutral until negotiations are finalized. He signed agreement called standstill agreement with India in November 1947 for a year while negotiations with the Indian government were going on. In the meantime, a movement of the people of Hyderabad state against the Nizam's rule gathered force. Meanwhile, what happened? Peasant community and leftist ideology people or left party leaders along with the farmers, they started movement or they started agitation against the rule of Nizam Nawab and they wanted to join mainland India. The peasantry in the Telangana region in particular was the victim of Nizam's oppressive rule and rose against him. Women who had seen the worst of this oppression joined the movement in large numbers. Hyderabad town was the never center of this movement. But nothing happened in Hyderabad. Out of Hyderabad, remaining Telangana region particularly, it is the center for movement against Nizam rule and they wanted to join mainland India. Next part of integration. The communists and the Hyderabad Congress were in the forefront of the movement. Who led the movement? Along with the farmers, Hyderabad Congress Committee and the communists led or supported the movement. The Nizam responded by unleashing a paramilitary force known as Rajakars. Previous question important. It is the private army of Nizam. Nizam encouraged this Rajakars on the people or this kind of people like communists or the congressmen or the agriculture people. They committed atrocities. We cannot express in words such kind of atrocities done by Rajakars. The atrocities and the communal nature of Rajakars knew no bounds. The central government had to order the army to tackle the situation. Because of this tensions in Telangana region or in Hyderabad princely state, government of India wanted to involve or decided to involve in the matter. In September 1948, Indian army moved in to control the Nizam's forces. After a few days of intermittent fighting, the Nizam surrendered. This led to Hyderabad's accession to India. Here I mentioned on 13th September 1948, the Indian army launched Operation Polo. Compulsory question. Operation Polo, it is a military operation on Nizam state or Hyderabad state. It was referred as police action because it was an internal matter of India. On 17th September 1948, the Nizam formally surrendered after dismissing Prime Minister Mir Like Ali and his cabinet. It is 4 days war, 13 to 17 September 1948. It is known as Operation Polo, and this operation actually it is done by the Indian military, but it is called or referred as the police action. Finally, September 17th 1948, last Nizam Nawab Mir Usman Ali Khan surrendered in front of the Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru. He is the Mir Usman Ali Khan, last Nizam, and he is the Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru. Next one, merger of Manipur with India. A few days before independence, the Maharaja of Manipur, Bado Chandra Singh, signed the Instrument of Accession. Standstill agreement means remain neutral for temporarily. Instrument of accession means we are going to join India. This is the difference. So, Manipur king signed an agreement called Instrument of Accession with the government of India to access or to join Indian Union on the assurance that the internal autonomy of Manipur would be maintained. So, internal affairs given to the king, only external affairs handled by the government of India. This is the condition mentioned in Instrument of Accession according to or in case of Manipur. Under the pressure of public opinion, the Maharaja held elections in Manipur in June 1948 and the state became a constitutional monarchy. First time elections held after independence. In India, 1948, first times elections were held on universal adult franchise and Manipur became a constitutional monarchy. Constitutional monarchy means king is a nominal head of the state. Elected government will hand over or will look after the all administrative affairs. Thus, Manipur was the first part of India to hold an election based on universal adult franchise. In the Legislative Assembly of Manipur, there were sharp differences over the question of merger of Manipur with India. While the state congress wanted merger, other political parties were opposed to this. Next segment in the lesson is reorganization of states. Means after integration of all the princely states, then total India became a single political and territorial unit. Next question is how to reorganize this huge land. That is the next task. We will see how the states are reorganized. Reorganization of states had to be drawn in a way so that the linguistic and cultural plurality of the country could be reflected without affecting the unity of the nation. How the reorganization should be taken place? It should be taken place without affecting the unity one side, unity and integrity of the one side, and other side without affecting the regional interests like linguistic diversity, cultural diversity. Means one side we will respect cultural identities and religious identities, cultural plurality, and other side at the same time we will encourage the unity and integrity of the nation. This is the main agenda or the main principle behind the reorganization of states. In fact, after the Nagpur session of Congress in 2020, the principle was recognized as the basis of the reorganization of the Indian National Congress Party itself. 1920 Nagpur Congress session, Congress Party decided to establish state level Congress committees. Many provincial Congress committees were created by linguistic zones. Means example Telugu states, Telugu Congress Committee or Andhra Congress Committee, Hyderabad Congress Committee, Orissa Congress Committee. Like this, regional Congress committees also formed based on the decisions taken by the Indian National Congress session 1920 Nagpur. Things changed after independence and partition. But what happened after partition? The things are changed. Still the wound is bleeding, the wound of the partition, the wound of these communal clashes still bleeding. So that it's a big question, big challenge, how to reorganize the states. If we do not recognize or encourage or at least identify these regional identities again India would divide it into number of small states. For example, Telugu people aspirations are not recognized or identify the national leaders. Telugu people may demand for separate state. They may demand for we separate from India, we establish our own state. Tamil people also like that, Punjabi people, Bengali people like that, they can demand for a separate state. So that Government of India decided to reorganize the states without affecting regional interests, at the same time without affecting unity and integrity of the country. Our leaders felt that carving out states on the basis of language might lead to disruption and disintegration. If language is the only criteria for reorganization of the states, again India will divide it into so many states, because hundreds of languages are spoken in India. It is not possible to create a separate state for one language. The central leadership decided to postpone the matter, so that the Government of India or central leadership temporarily postponed the idea of the linguistic states. The need for postponement was also felt because the fate of the princely states had not been decided. Also, the memory of partition was still in fresh. Still, we know what happened during partition, and still some of the princely states not interested and did not join the mainstream of India or main Indian territory. So that linguistic states demand has been there since 1917. Telugu were the first people demanded for separate state for Telugu speaking people. 1917 it was started, but even after independence temporarily it is postponed because of the existing conditions and the partition. Formation of Andhra state. Andhra state is the first state formed in independent India based on language. This decision of the national leadership was challenged by the local leaders and the people. What is the decision? The decision of postponing the princely states, linguistic states, reorganization of the states based on language is temporarily postponed. But this decision challenged by the local leaders and the people. Protests began in Telugu speaking areas of Madras province, which included present day Tamil Nadu, parts of Andhra Pradesh, Kerala and Karnataka. Mainly where the problem started in Madras presidency. Almost South India is under Madras presidency during British rule. The Madras presidency included Tamil Nadu, some parts of Andhra Pradesh, Kerala and Karnataka. In Madras presidency, first Telugu people demanded for separate state. The Visalandra movement demanded that the Telugu speaking areas should be separated from the Madras province and be made into a separate Andhra province. Andhra Mahasabha demanded for Visalandra movement. Visalandra movement started in Andhra Pradesh, means Telugu speaking people in Tamil Nadu or in Madras presidency. They demanded for separate Andhra province. The movement gathered momentum as a result of the central government's vacillation. Government postponed this so that the matter became very serious. A great person and Gandhian, Potti Sriramulu, a Congress leader and a veteran Gandhian, went on indefinite fast that led to his death after 56 days. Potti Sriramulu died after 56 days of hunger strike. This caused great unrest and resulted in violent outburst in Andhra region. Because of death of Potti Sriramulu, the situation became very serious. So many properties were burnt, public properties were looted, something happened and unexpected things happened in Andhra region. In Madras, several legislatures resigned their seats in protest. In Madras Assembly, Telugu speaking people, they resigned to the government and participated in the movement. Finally, the Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru announced the formation of a separate state Andhra in December 1952. Later, 1953, October 1st, Andhra state was formed. Don't confuse, not Andhra Pradesh. Andhra state was formed on 1st October 1953. Its capital was Kurnool and High Court was located in Guntur. Now you can see here Potti Sriramulu. Potti Sriramulu, Gandhian worker, left government job to participate in Salt Satyagraha, also participated in individual Satyagraha, went on a fast in 1946 demanding that temples in Madras provinces be opened to Dalits. He fight for opening of the temples for Dalit in Madras province. Undertook a fast unto death from 19th October 1952 demanding separate state of Andhra Pradesh, actually it is Andhra state, died during the fast on 15th December 1952. Finally, Andhra state was formed with the sacrification of Potti Sriramulu. Next one, States Reorganization Commission. After formation of Andhra Pradesh, in different places demanded started for linguistic states, so that Government of India appointed some committees and commissions to look into the matter and recommend on the reorganization of the state, whether they are the linguistic states or other formula any is there. The formation of Andhra state spurred the struggle for making of other states on linguistic lines. In other parts of the country, it was hoped that if we accept the regional and linguistic claims of all regions, the threat of division and separatism would be reduced. These struggles forced the central government into appointing a States Reorganization Commission in 1953 to look into the question of redrawing of boundaries of states. After formation of Andhra state in 1953, in different parts, different movements started for their own states and linguistic states. Finally, Union government recognized that if we accept these linguistic interests and regional interests, there is no threat to unity and integrity of India. People are okay, live with India, unite with India, but simply they are wanting or they are demanding for separate states, so that we will grant the separate states. For this purpose, 1953 States Reorganization Commission was formed. The commission in its report accepted that the boundaries of the state should reflect the boundaries of different languages. On the basis of its report, the States Reorganization Act was passed in 1956. This led to the creation of 14 states and 6 union territories. On the recommendations of Linguistic Committee or the States Reorganization Commission, 1956, the committee actually submitted report in 1955. Later in 1956, 7th Constitutional Amendment created 14 states and 6 union territories in India. Very important and previous question. Here I mentioned other committees and commissions, or we can say that it is the timeline of reorganization of states in India. Number 1, on 17th June 1948, Rajendra Prasad, then Chairman of Constitutional Assembly, set up the Linguistic Provinces Commission, also known as Dhar Commission. Previous question this is. Second one, in December 1948, Indian National Congress appointed a committee, JVP committee, that is Jawaharlal Nehru, Vallabhbhai Patel and Pattabhi Sitaramayya. Third one, Fazul Ali Commission, also known as States Reorganization Commission in 1953. The members of Fazul Ali Commission is Fazul Ali, its chairman, and K.M. Fanikar and H.N. Kunjru are the members. The three commissions and committees are very, very important. First one appointed by the Government of India or the interim government. Second one appointed by the Indian National Congress. Third one appointed by the Government of India. The members of the third committee is very, very important. That is Fazl Ali Commission. It is also known as States Reorganization Commission. And the third commission known as Linguistic Provinces Commission. Don't confuse. Creation of new states. So far we have discussed reorganization of the states. On the recommendations of States Reorganization Commission, in 1956, 7th Constitutional Amendment Act was done. The Amendment Act was created 14 states and 6 union territories. Now we will see how 14 states became 28 states. What are the new states later created? Now we will see Gujarat is the first state. We will go into the history. The acceptance of the principle of linguistic states did not mean, however, that all states immediately became linguistic states. It means language-based states are created. Linguistic states are created in India. It does not mean all languages have their separate state. Only major languages or few languages or few states are created based on language. There was an experiment of bilingual Bombay state consisting of Gujarati and Marathi speaking people. Present Gujarat and Maharashtra under Bombay state. In 1960, Gujarat state was separated for Gujarati speaking people and Gujarat joined as a 15th state in Indian Union. Next one is Punjab. Actually, the present Punjab or then Punjab included present Punjab, Haryana and Himachal Pradesh. Punjab Presidency or Punjab Province included present Haryana, Himachal Pradesh and present Punjab state. In 1966, Punjab state or Punjab province were reorganized and new states were formed Haryana, Himachal Pradesh and Punjab. Later in 1972, reorganization of Northeast. Let us see. Meghalaya was carved out of Assam in 1972. Total Northeast of India had only one state, that is Assam. Actually in 1963, Nagaland state was formed. Later in 1971, Parliament enacted reorganization of Northeast India that created several states in Northeast India. We will see in detail. Manipur and Tripura, two emerged as separate states in the same year. The states of Arunachal Pradesh and Mizoram came into being in 1987. Actually, Nagaland became state in 1963. See, Manipur and Tripura became states in 1972. Later, in 1987, Arunachal Pradesh, Mizoram created as new states. Already Nagaland formed in 1963. Nagaland joined as the 16th state after Gujarat in India. Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, Uttaranchal were created in year 2000. In 2000 year, 3 new states were created, demanding separate and smaller states like Vidarbha in Maharashtra, Harit Pradesh in western region of Uttar Pradesh and some parts of northeast region or the northern region of West Bengal. 2000 new 3 states were formed. They are Jharkhand, Uttarakhand and Chhattisgarh. But again demands are there. Vidarbha region, Maharashtra people, Vidarbha region, they are demanding for separate state in Maharashtra. Like Harit Pradesh in Uttar Pradesh, they are demanding. And in West Bengal, Darjeeling region, northern part of West Bengal, Darjeeling people, they are demanding for separate state for Gurkhaland state. These are the demands now. Now, this is the pictography to make you better understand the reorganization of states. After 1956, what were created? 1957, Naga Hills created as an union territory, Nagaland. Later 1960, Gujarat was created. 1961, Goa was liberated from Portuguese rule and joined India as a union territory. Later in 1987, Goa was created or Goa was granted statehood. Previous question this is. 1962, Puducherry liberated from French rule and became part of Union Territory. Still it is Union Territory in India. 1963 Nagaland we have seen. 1966 Punjab, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh we have already seen. Next, reorganization of Northeast 1971 Act. 1971 Uttarakhand, that means Union Territory, Himachal Pradesh granted statehood. 1966 Punjab was reorganized into Punjab, Haryana and Himachal Pradesh. Himachal Pradesh remained as a union territory till 1971. In 1971 it granted statehood. 1972 we have seen Manipur and Tripura granted statehood. Later Mizoram, Nagaland, Mizoram, Meghalaya, Northeast, they are the union territories. 1975 very important, Sikkim joined Indian Union as the 22nd state, very important. Next 1987 Manipur, Arunachal Pradesh became states. Goa also became state along with Dayu, Daman and Dadra Nagar. Goa became a statehood, but Dayu, Daman and Dadra Nagar Haveli, they still remain as union territories. But later in 2019 Dadra Nagar Haveli and Dayu Daman, the two union territories are merged. Now it is called single union territory, Dayu Daman and Dadra Nagar Haveli union territory. Next one, 1991 Delhi was granted. 1991 Delhi was granted National Capital Territory status. Now next part is reorganization after year 2000. So far we have seen 1956 reorganization, later formation of Gujarat and Nagaland, how Punjab was reorganized. Next 1972 reorganization of Northeast, how Goa became a state. Now we will see reorganization after year 2000. In year 2000, three new states formed in India. The first one is Chhattisgarh, formed on November 1st. It was formed from Madhya Pradesh. Next one, Uttarakhand. It is formed on 9th November from Uttar Pradesh. Third one, Jharkhand, formed on November 15th. It is from Bihar. Later, in 2014, reorganization of Andhra Pradesh created a new state, that is Telangana. Next in 2019, Jammu and Kashmir, state of Jammu and Kashmir was reorganized into two union territories. One is Jammu and Kashmir, other is Ladakh, two union territories. This is, so far we discussed how 14 states became 28 states. Next, another information, that is, some states or some cities or some territories changed their names. Let us see what are they. 1950 United Province became Uttar Pradesh. Very important question, previous question. 1969 Madras became Tamil Nadu. 1973 Lakshadweep, Minikai and Amandi Islands became Lakshadweep Islands. Very important. Lakshadweep, Minikai and Amandi Islands, they were unitedly called as Lakshadweep from 1973 onwards. Same year, Mysore state, present Karnataka's erstwhile name is Mysore. Mysore changed as Karnataka in 1973. Later in 1992, by the 96th Constitutional Amendment Act of 1991, Delhi was granted National Capital Territory of Delhi like Union Territory. 2006 Uttaranchal became Uttarakhand. Actually its original name, when it was formed in year 2000, its original name was Uttaranchal. Now name changed as Uttarakhand. Same year Pondicherry, it is a union territory, its name changed as Puducherry. Right now it is Puducherry. Last one 2011 Orissa became Odisha. These are the new names or the changing the names of the states or the cities. Okay friends, thank you for watching this class. Keep watching for more updates and more classes. In the next video, I will upload or we will discuss questions, practice questions on the current chapter. Until all the best, keep reading and keep watching. All the best. Thank you.